Welcome everybody. I'm Gold Leader. I'm here with Patronus, and it is Friday.
Thank goodness. TGIF and doubly TGIF because the Quicksilver pack was released today. So we, Gold Leader, went on his lunch break to super speedily get to the comic book store and come back before his lunch break was over so that we could play tonight.
Yeah, I might have been as fast as Quicksilver on making the journey over to Pastimes and back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not necessarily close.
It's not too bad, but yeah, it's not super close either. So we're gonna play with Green Goblin tonight, the mutagen formula version. And we're gonna try expert, but we might get rocked because we're playing with base decks. So we're gonna try Quicksilver with his deck that he comes out of the box with. And then we're actually gonna do WASP with her deck that she came out of the box with 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so this might be a just terrible idea, but
it might be.
It'll
but
be fun.
Okay.
You know, we like when the new set comes out to at least play the default deck
A couple of times.
Yeah, at least once on stream.
Yeah.
Just to try it out. So if we're gonna do that, we should pick the other hero we're playing with a base deck, so it's kind of balanced. Otherwise,
one deck is gonna do everything.
You can make one deck that's amazing and then just kind of carries the slack for the other deck. So we decided to do just the two latest packs, WASP and Quicksilver, and I've actually only played WASP one time. So so far I really like Ant-Man a lot, so I played a lot of Ant-Man, so I'm gonna give WASP more of a try. Green Goblin is not something we've played in a while.
Yeah,
and actually, you know what? It might be interesting because her base deck is aggression, and she's got some things to deal with minions. And Quicksilver has the ability as protection to maybe defend and make use out of negating Green Goblin's ability, which is if he damages you, things happen. You put threat.
Sure.
So he might be able to reduce some of that ability.
Yeah.
Because you could defend and ready with him.
Yeah, we can try it out. Welcome, Master. Thanks for dropping in. Happy to have you. So we figured we'd go through what is in Quicksilver's base deck that he comes out of the box with.
Yeah, we'll shoot that up real quick. So
we'll just go quickly here. So his signature cards, his signature ally, of course, is Scarlet Witch. Then he has 4 copies of Always Be Runnin', which is kind of his cute little thing of he tries to bump his stats for the round and then just ready a bunch. Is in theory his little trick. So there's 4 copies of that. 2 copies of Double Time. 2 copies of Maximum Velocity. 1 copy of Speed Cyclone. Now that seems super cool, and it actually reminds me, we're big fans of The Flash on the CW, and it just like reminds me of something The Flash would do. So I just like it.
Well, he does do the Speed Cyclone like in the first season.
Yeah, but to like counteract a tornado essentially.
Yeah.
But yes, so I think it's
does it
a
a few
super cool
times.
idea.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm a mega Flash fan, not just the CW.
That's fair.
That's just how I introduced the Flash to Patronus.
That is a true story.
I even watched the really bad, cheesy Flash in the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
So
there's 1 copy of Serval Industries, which is kind of his alter ego upgrade. Then these are some of his bump upgrades. So he has 1 card, 1 upgrade for each of his stats. So +1 defense, +1 thwart, and +1 attack. So those are all upgrades that he can add to increase his stats across the board. Then finally, he has friction resistance. So that's all of his signature cards. He comes with protection, and there's a couple of new allies in protection. There's Multiple Man, who's actually kind of interesting. So when you play him, obviously you're like, whoa, a 4 cost for a 1/1 with 2 health? Like, that seems crazy. Except when you play him, you can go search your deck for every other copy of Multiple Man and put them all in play. You can probably get, it's deck only.
deck
in hand.
or hand, yeah.
So if it's in your discard pile, you can't get it.
Right.
But most likely you're probably going to get 2 for the price of 4, and that's far more reasonable. You might even get 3 because this deck comes with 3, which would kind of be awesome. So
it would be kind of a cool thing. We'll see.
So that's kind of an interesting idea.
The only thing that that interests me about multiple man is, it's kind of clever how they designed it. When you play one, it allows you to get another one and then put one into play.
Mm-hmm.
So each one has like an individual trigger.
Yeah, because it's when he enters play. It's not when you pay for the cost.
Right.
So that's what allows you to potentially get all 3.
Right. It's very cool. My only question is how like you play one and you're going to be at your ally limit. So it'll be an interesting thing to see like how that works out. You might actually want to play some, like maybe you want to play there is nothing you could play increase your ally limit for X Factor because he's not an X-Men.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, he's not an Avenger because Avengers Tower increases your limit by 1.
But it's only for Avengers.
I think you have to be Avengers.
Oh, he is an Avenger.
No, but multiple
the allies have to be an Avenger?
Sure. Let's look at, I think I got an Avengers Tower here. I don't think Avengers Tower works with that card. Each of your allies has the Avenger... if each of your allies has the Avenger trait...
Then you get to do that.
And he doesn't, so...
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested in that guy. So, we'll see how he goes. The other new ally is Warlock for protection. Other new protection cards, Never Back Down. There's 3 copies of that. And we were actually saying when we were looking at this, it makes perfect sense that Ms. Marvel is the artwork on this card because this just seems like perfect for her deck.
Yeah, Miss Marvel Protection wants that card.
It
seems like. I mean, just reading it, I might be off on that, but just looking at what it does, like being able to stun, being a fist resource, defensive card, you can combo it with wiggle room.
Right, exactly.
Seems good.
So I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be okay in this deck. It doesn't seem like he has tons of ways to get cute with defense, but there are a couple.
Well, he does because he's got he has the upgrades. He has the upgrades, so he could get to like 3 base defense easily.
True, that's true. Yeah, so maybe he can. 2 copies of Armored Vest. That's an old card.
Right, so that's 1 and bumps him to a 2. Then he's got his signature one, which bumps him to 3. And then if you play that card, he gets +2, so he's at a 5 defense.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's 3 copies of this new thing, Nerves of Steel. Now, I'm actually really excited about this for protection because one of the reasons that I feel protection is one of the weaker traits to play is that in order to really play it effectively, you basically have to do almost nothing on your actual turn so that you can save your cards to play during the villain's turn. So you almost kind of delay your turn until the villain goes, and sometimes the villain doesn't do what you think he's going to do, and you can kind of skip a turn.
Yeah, the other problem is, like, say you played all your cards, you got a fresh hand, and then you got a cool defensive card that you want to play. Like, to play it on that villain's phase, say it's a card like a simple card that costs 1, you have to discard a card to pay for it. So at that point, on your following turn, you're going into a turn with a 3-card hand.
Right.
Which then it's like, well, then on your next turn, unless that 3-card hand has a 2-cost card in it, you're not doing.
You're also not doing anything.
You're not doing anything. Whereas this allows you to be like, that's in play. You're using it only when you're playing a card on the villain turn in a protection deck. And then if you get one of those cards that cost 1 for defense, which there are a bunch of.
He has a lot.
Well, in the game itself, there's a lot of them that cost 1. Yep. Now it's like, okay, now I can just play this card. I can go into my next turn. And I have a 4-card hand. I could still play a 3-cost card. So your next turn is not just wasted.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So there's 3 copies of that. I'm really excited about that. It also works perfectly with a new defensive event card. If you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of it. If you paid for this card using a lightning bolt resource, deal a damage to the enemy. And that card actually generates a lightning bolt for defense. So that works together really nicely. For the basics, this is his little team up card. There's just 1 copy of that. There's 3 copies of Adrenaline Rush, which is just gonna another boost for attack. So he's got kind of, it seems like So he's got a boost for an attack and boost for thwarting. There's 3 of that and then 3 of this, which is just boosting thwarting. And then there's 1 of each of the basics.
Okay.
So that's his whole deck.
And I'm not going to go through the WASP deck.
Yeah, we already did that.
We did that last week.
Or 2 weeks ago.
I think we played WASP and Ant-Man last week. Oh, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but she was released 2 weeks ago.
But yeah, it's the base deck that comes out of the pack. So you could easily look that up and figure out what it is. I literally just grabbed the. I guess I could throw the check sheet up there, but all I did was just grab the. Just grabbed the WASP check sheet and put all the cards in it. So, and here's the Quicksilver one. If you haven't seen it, that's all the cards you just.
Yep. So Quicksilver himself, on his alter ego side, discard 2 cards from your hand, draw 2 cards, draw 3 instead of Wanda. Maximoff is in play. So
man, when those 2 are heroes together, man, that's awesome.
For sure. And then on his hero side, he's a 1/1/1 base. Obviously, he has tons of ways of pumping that for a round, or permanently with upgrades. And then response, after you use one of Quicksilver's basic powers, ready him once per phase. So that's kind of his trick. He just tries to bump his stats and then ready.
Yeah, he just wants to do his basic stuff as much as possible.
Yep.
And then the cards that come with him that you get 1 of each aspect. You get 3 copies of. We get a copy of Brute Force. This screams, even though it has science resource, this screams to be a Hulk card.
I mean, it sounds like it. It looks like it.
It's just basically what it does is it gives you Pierce.
Oh. Cool.
So and it only costs 1. So there's been multiple terms, especially when you're playing solo Hulk, where you have your Hulk smash that gives it plus
a
10.
bajillion, yeah. And somebody has
or plus 13 or whatever it does.
Yeah.
I think it's plus 10.
I think it's plus 10, and he attacks for 3, total of 13.
But the villain you're facing has tough.
Right.
And you can't play it that turn.
Yeah.
And it's
and then it's going to get discarded because you're Hulk.
Right. Exactly. So that card seems. And
it's nice that it's an upgrade, so it sits in play until you need it.
Exactly. So it's not in the Hulk deck too often.
Yeah. Can you choose to not? No. It's just, after you make a basic attack, you have to just.
So you just got to set it up.
You have to set it up. So that's not as good, actually.
Yeah, it's really not much different than an event.
No, not at all. It'd be nice if it could just be an upgrade that
the nice thing
if it wasn't a forced response.
I guess the nice thing about it being an upgrade is that you can play it on Banner's turn, because a lot of times event cards require hero actions, and so you can't play it on Banner's turn with his laboratory or something. So you could play this on the Bruce Banner turn, flip into the Hulk.
That's true.
So it's fine. And then we get Speed of Justice. This is an interesting card. You play it under any player's control and you exhaust it to generate a science resource for a thwart event.
All right.
So I mean, this is great for if you're playing with 4 copies of For Justice.
Yeah, for sure.
There's not too, although with the new card we just got.
It's almost better.
It's just better, so I don't know how often that'll go. United We Stand. It's an interesting card for the ally build decks. If you're playing a deck that has a bunch of allies you want to keep in play.
Yeah, true.
Welcome, Jay.
Thanks for joining us.
And then, lastly, Beat 'em Up. I almost just want to play against Ultron so I can give this card a spin.
Deal damage to the villain and each minion engage with you. Fair enough.
Yeah, Jay, you got here just in time. We were just going through the cards.
Yeah, we're just going through all the cards that came in the Quicksilver pack, and we're about to get ready to shuffle everything up.
Yeah. So, put my Nemesis set over here.
We do need your obligation.
Yeah, here.
There we go.
Bang. Okay, so we're gonna do expert, so we might get punished.
It is what it is.
So we got the expert set here. We got the standard set.
Sometimes it's good to lose.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. It's not fun to watch if you know that they're just going to win every time.
Yeah.
It's not as interesting.
If you're playing with real decks, like decks that you custom build against expert, at this point it feels like it's pretty hard to lose.
If you've played the game as much as we have, That is a true statement. Yeah. I remember when we first picked up this game, we would lose to expert all the time. Yeah. But we've got such a better understanding of this game after 1,000 reps.
Yeah,
at
probably,
least.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could still lose.
100%.
It's not like saying it's guaranteed.
Yeah, things
but
can still go
it's
sideways.
just harder.
Yes.
Like, especially Ultron, though. Like, Ultron, you could still just randomly lose
an
Ultron game out of the blue.
For sure.
Green Goblin's one that you could just get burst out.
Yeah, you can.
Especially surviving the first turn. We might lose right off the bat.
We might.
Because, the first turn you start with the two extra cards, so you get 3
deal
cards.
With 3 encounters.
And it might be tough because, your hero's a setup hero.
Right.
He's very much like in the realm of Iron Man, where like he's not awesome for a while.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We'll see how it goes. Excited to try him out. Okay, you want to be first player? Or you want me to be first player?
Doesn't matter. You could be first player.
Sure. Is there any other setup with this guy?
Yep, we have to put a minion engage with each player from the top of the deck. Or not at the top of the deck. It's a specific time.
Yeah, it's a goblin
thrall millions.
Yep, so we just need 2 of those. Yep. Engage with each player. And then there's a when completed effect. So we don't do that yet.
And if you want to have a lot of fun playing against Green Goblin, you can throw one of our Thor decks that we've put on stream together. And that's a good time, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's they're all the perfect amount of health.
They're all
just
like
so great.
Thor just goes to town. And
yeah,
it's
he does.
Pretty great. There's so many times when it's like there was a turn where I remember Patronus playing Thor against expert Green Goblin, and she did a turn where she literally did a lightning strike for like 5, killing like 5 minions.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And had like almost like a 20-card hand because Hall of Heroes triggered twice.
Yeah, it was bananas.
It was insane.
It was fantastic.
She like started the turn on Alter Ego and emptied out a Hall of Heroes, flipped over, refilled the Hall of Heroes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was gross.
It was just nuts. Okay, so I've got what seems like a pretty decent opening setup. I've got a Nerves of Steel as a setup, which I think is good.
Yeah,
and
you
I
can play all these
have
defensive
one
cards.
of my so it's my +1 attack upgrade.
Okay.
So I can just play those 2 setup pieces and then hold on to a sidestep for defense, which I can play with this. So that actually seems fine. I don't think I need to mulligan anything. I don't know that it gets a whole lot better than that, other than getting another double, but I don't think it's worth. I like happen to have some of the event pieces that I don't care about as much. I mean, Civic Duty is another upgrade, but I think I'd rather have.
What does Civic Duty do?
+1 thwart until the end of the phase. I have to discard it and then +1 thwart.
But it's until the end of the phase, not really.
It's not a permanent. This is a permanent, so I'd rather play this.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good. Discard 2 cards from your hand.
Yeah, so Jay, right now we're literally playing. So you missed that part. Every week we do these streams every Friday, and that's when new packs come out here in the U.S. So the very first time we play a new hero pack, we literally play with the basic deck right out of the pack.
Yep.
And then we will pair it, since there's 2 of us, with another deck that is the standard like out of the pack deck. So I'm playing the basic WASP deck, and Patronus is playing the basic Quicksilver deck. And we do that the first week, and if we get smoked, we could try it again. And then usually the following week, I will build some nice decks, and we'll play Quicksilver again with maybe the same hero, same partner, or a different partner. You never know.
Yep. Okay, so I'm good to go. I guess I could use my action, discard 2 cards in your hand, and draw 2 more. I don't know that I really, again, I think it's kind of the same as trying to mulligan these cards away. I don't know that it gets really any better than this. So I don't know that I care about trying to cycle through and look for specific cards at this point. So I'm just
honestly, you haven't played them yet. So do you even know? like without
that's
playing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I honestly I think I have 2 setup upgrades that I can basically play with a defensive card. Like I don't know that I'm trying to dig for anything else in particular right now. So I'm just gonna let it go. Flip over here. So I'm gonna use my Genius to play that Nerves of Steel, that new protection card for defense. And then I'm going to discard Maximum Velocity and Civic Duty to play Enforced Sinew. 2 upgrades going in play. And I attack for 2. So I guess I should just... Do you have the ability to like ping things, or is that Ant-Man?
That's Ant-Man.
Okay. So should I guess these guys are guard anyway, but do we want to team up on one of them, or do you have a preference?
I could easily take mine out.
Okay, then that's fine.
But
then
we should finish up the setup. So this is 2 per player.
Oh, that's right.
We've got each of these.
Yep.
And then we need 2 encounter cards because we're doing Expert. When revealed, deal 2 counter cards to each player. So I'll need 2. You'll need 2.
Yeah. So.
And then... After Green Goblin attacks and damages you, place 1 threat on the main stage. So that's something to keep in mind. And then this
has a when completed effect.
Has a when completed effect. In player order, each player not engaged with a goblin must discard 3 cards from the encounter deck and put the goblin minion into play. Okay, so if you don't have a goblin when this goes down, you're getting a goblin.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So you're taking your turn.
Yep. So
and I'm just double checking my mulligans.
And I'm just going to attack my dude over.
Okay.
Because they're guard anyway, so I can't. And I'm done. Oh, no, I'm not. I can ready, because I did a basic attack. Haha, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So then I'll just attack him again and kill him.
Sure. And these things have a bad thing that happens.
No, they're just guard.
Oh, they're just guard. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Gotta do the Quicksilver thing.
Yeah.
So you did a basic, and that's exactly the way he works. So after you do a basic attack, which was +1 from my upgrade, then you can ready him once per phase. And
yep. Anytime you do a basic action.
Yep. So I already like it.
Cool.
I'm good. All
right.
done.
My turn?
Yes.
So I haven't done this yet because I think last week we did WASP and Ant-Man together, so I couldn't play. So I'm gonna play my signature ally, and I'm gonna discard Power of Aggression and discard Energy, and we're gonna throw the Ant-Man ally into play.
Let's do it.
Which, like I said, I didn't even really read him because
he was a dead card.
He was a dead card last time. So
yeah.
while I'm so he just changes size based on my form. So while I'm in giant form, he gets +1 attack. While you're in tiny form, he gets +1 thwart.
Cool.
So I'm gonna put him into play, and then. What do I want to do here? Decisions. So if I go to giant form, Ant-Man can just kill my minion.
Nice.
Which seems good. And I could... I got a bunch of damage cards here in my hand, which is interesting. So I could, like... So here's my options, and here's why. I've got a Lion Weight in my hand, which is a good card to get against Green Goblin, because he's got a ton of minions. I've got a Rapid Growth, which just deals damage based on the side I flip to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a Wasp Sting, which also just deals damage. So I've got options. I could obviously flip to Tiny or flip to Giant.
Did you want to
play any of
shuffle
these cards.
your science back in before you do either of those things?
I don't have any science in my discard.
Oh, I thought that was...
So I could do any of those things, which would be fine. Part of me wants to like play Lion Weight because we're gonna get 3 encounter cards.
Yeah.
And like getting a bunch of minions I could just deal with and maybe not spend my whole hand.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I could pitch Wasp Oh no, I'm not going to pitch Wasp. Yeah, I'll pitch Wasp Sting to pay for line weight, and then I will use her ability to shuffle this in my deck.
Yep.
And then I'll just hold on to Rapid Growth.
I think that's fine.
And then I just got to figure out which form I want to flip to. So if I go to Giant, I could use him to kill him and then attack the boss. So that's what I just do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go to Giant. And in Giant form, he has extra attack, so let's bash. Kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Damage.
You might honestly just want to thwart.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might just thwart. I can thwart for 2.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Good.
And I think that's fine. And I'm gonna hold on to Rapid Growth.
Okay. On this side, he has a hand size of 5.
And if you, by the way, thanks for joining us at chat. And if you guys see in chat we do something wrong, or you guys have an idea what we should do, please just let us know. Honestly, the best part, we stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, different games. Mondays are usually like is usually a Harry Potter game. Wednesday is usually a Star Wars game, and Friday is usually a Marvel game. So, but the point of that is that every night, we're interacting with people, and interacting with people on the stream is actually what makes this so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to play with you guys is pretty great especially when you're interacting. So let's draw up, and she still has 5 hand size.
Mm-hmm.
That seems good.
Yeah. Better than Ant-Man in that regard.
Yeah. All right. So I've got I've got Giant Help, which is I think what I just shuffled in. Yeah, Wasp, Giant Help, and Biosuit. So interesting hand.
I did get multiple man, so we might be doing that next turn. Which will be fun.
Yep. And what are we gonna do here? So we're gonna go to threat.
Yep.
So 2 per player.
Mm-hmm.
Go right back to 4. And then he is going to
Attack me.
Attack you.
Mm-hmm. And after he attacks and damages you, put a threat on the main. So, I guess is this sidestep, it says defense. So is that one of those ones where you have to defend in order to use it, or it's as
No,
you're
you have
defending?
So defense means that you are the target of the attack.
Okay. All right. So when you would take any mana damage, prevent 3 of it if you pay for this card. Yeah. So there's like no reason for me to tap and defend at this point, because I can just use this to prevent 3 of the damage that he might be dealing me.
Yep. Yeah. The only reason to defend would be the fact that you would potentially prevent the threat getting put on if he hit you from, 3 damage.
Yeah, I mean, I defend for 1. I feel
right,
like.
but you would defend for 1, you would prevent 3, so he would have to hit you for 5 to deal you.
No, you'd have to deal 4.
No. If you defended, 1 plus preventing 3 is 4. So he would have to hit you for 5 to deal you any damage.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then that would put a threat on there if he dealt you damage. And then because it's a basic action, you would ready.
Yeah, I also just feel like with 4 of these cards, I'd rather not exhaust if I don't have to.
Fine with you?
All right, so I'm not going to defend. Base 2 and 1. So we'll tap, prevent all of it, and he's going to take 1 damage. He's attacking you.
Mm-hmm. And he's attacking me. I've got a million cards. So I will also just let it go.
Okay, so base 2. Ooh, lordy. Goblin Knight, so it's 4 damage total. And after this activation ends, shuffle this back into the encounter deck. So it's 4 damage.
That's awesome, Jay. Like, we're happy to have you here. Welcome back to the game. When did you take a break?
4 damage.
Okay.
And 1 threat on the main, obviously. And then shuffle then.
Okay, so 4. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Bad
And then
cards.
threat because he damaged me.
Yep. And start with some bad cards.
Yep.
So counter card, and we'll get going here. So Goblin Glider is going on the Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Caught off guard. Sad face. Maybe I think I lose my Nerves of Steel because there's multiple copies of that, and there's only one copy of the pump my attack. Sad. And a Goblin Thrall. Would you like to kill it?
Yeah, we can use leap into the fray. After a no hero response. After a minion engages, you discard Lion Wave.
Oh, you. Okay, never mind.
So I can't do it.
That's totally fine. So Goblin
But
Thrall.
I'm sure there's a chance I've got one.
Yeah, that's.
So.
Go
All right. So, ooh, master plan.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
start the mill train.
Yep.
So you have to mill with master plan until we get a
side scheme.
side scheme, which is going to be a lot of the deck. Okay.
Okay, so Goblin Reinforcements. Place an additional threat here for each Goblin minion in play. So it's going to have 3.
Mm-hmm.
You can put that on the side.
I'm wondering if I just leave it like this. Easier. Okay. Okay. And then master plan goes into the bin.
Fair enough, Jay. Yeah, a couple of months ago, honestly, things haven't changed too much in that period because FFG was having, COVID production problems like everybody else. But
so this
good to
card
get
gets
back.
surge because oh no, it would go to this. There's another minion in play.
Huh?
It's another Goblin Guider.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
And good thing I did not exhaust because I got my Red Dreams.
Okay.
Which is I can flip and exhaust. Question is, do I want to flip? So this is coming into play with 2 threat.
Black Panther Aggression is actually one of those sneaky, interesting ones, Jay. I'm glad that you found that because it wasn't one that we found right away, but it's actually quite good. Honestly, one of my newer favorites is still probably Spider-Woman. I just really like the deck building aspect of being able to pick 2 different color traits. But there's quite a few. Other than that, it's probably just like the typical Thor aggression, assuming he's going up against a villain with a bunch of minions, and he can like do Thor things. That's always a great time.
So I got mine. I'm going to flip and then exhaust to remove this from the game.
What do you think is your favorite hero?
My favorite hero? To play, it might be... Honestly, it might be Quicksilver. I haven't done it yet, though. But I love Hawkeye. I like the whole arrow thing. That's an interesting character. He's not hard to play. Black Widow. Really, and Captain Marvel, probably.
Yeah, you do like those.
Black Widow I like a lot.
I feel like Captain Marvel is like the most like your play style in a lot of ways. But
I like Captain Marvel because I like drawing cards.
that would be the play style that I was referring to.
So I do like
you
Captain
like things
Marvel
that draw
quite a bit.
cards.
I do like drawing cards. So it's probably Captain Marvel, Black Widow. Black Widow doesn't draw as many cards, but she has so many interesting plays with like
all of her preps.
With the preps and being able to like do things in her alter ego mode with certain cards. So I'd probably Black Widow.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's squishy, so like you
have to protect her for sure.
You just have to be careful.
Yeah. She's not totally easy.
All right, so we got through that pretty easily.
We did actually.
No,
it's not too bad at all.
So, passing the button to you?
No, I passed it to you.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. I went first.
All right. So for me, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pitch. We've got a lot of threat.
Yeah.
Only got 5 cards. But I could use allies to thwart. So that's interesting.
I'm also going to do the multiple man thing. Max multiple man.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
So I think what I want to do is I kind of want to play this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
look
do.
for the copies of it.
So I'm gonna use on my Nadia side. I'm gonna discard both copies of this giant help, and I'm gonna play the biosynthetic wings. Then I'm gonna use my alter ego's ability. It's the girl action. So I'm going to use that to put these giant helps and shuffle them into my deck because they're both science. I'm still exhausted though. So we're going to put these in and shuffle. And then I am going to flip to my tiny side.
Okay.
And the reason I'm going to do that...
I mean, Ant-Man can thwart more at that phase, right?
Yep. I believe he can thwart more. When Ant-Man's in tiny, you can thwart 3. So yeah. And after WASP or an event defeats a minion or a side scheme, deal 1 damage to the villain. That won't help me. And then I'm going to use him to thwart for 3. So this one really only has 2. Oh, no.
No, it had 3.
Place 1 additional threat here for each goblin minion in place.
So it had 3.
So it has 3.
Yeah. So
which I'm just going to thwart it off.
Ant-Man can just
We're just going to get rid of this.
No when completed effect?
No, it's a when revealed.
All right. All good.
And then with my last action here, I'm going to discard Rapid Growth to play the WASP Mom ally.
Sure.
Yeah, just for 1. So she'll only have 1 health on her.
Okay.
But I think it's just better than holding on to her. I could just throw her away for defense.
I mean, I'm also going to have 3 multiple mans.
Huh.
There is that.
Guess I could just hold on to these cards, or at least hold on to this card.
Or she could just attack and kill this guy.
Or that's true too. Yeah,
I mean,
let's
she
just
has
do that.
3 attacks,
Yeah, let's do
so
it.
that's
Let's
actually
just-
not
yeah.
a bad use
No,
of
we'll
that.
just have her kill him. That works.
I think that's okay.
I think that's totally fine. All right, and then I'll be done.
All right. So I'm doing the multiple man thing. So I have Civic Duty, Speed Cyclone, and Energy to play multiple man. So he's going to get all 3 copies of himself that are going to come into play. Actually, pretty cool.
Sweet.
I'm down with this plan. I am going to just... I think I attack because I attack more.
Agreed.
So I'll attack for 2. Ready, because I'm Quicksilver, and then attack for 2 again. And then these guys can all just thwart for 1, so a total of 3.
Yep, you got it. See?
1, 1.
I really
that
like
caught
the
us up a
multiple
little bit.
man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, and especially like when you can get all of them, so you get 3 guys for the cost of 4.
Well, and he seems pretty good in, like, if you played it with Protection WASP, you could. He's a science, so you could shuffle the ones that are in your discard pile back into your deck so that you could get them all out.
Very nice. That is a true statement. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's all she wrote. Ready up?
Oh man, Black Panther is so good. He was our one of our go-to heroes for a long time when we were trying to beat the heroic mode villains, the original heroic modes.
Yeah, and actually, Jay, we actually have played on camera one of those that deck you're talking about of Black Panther with some of his weapons and mean swing.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So check our Marvel Champions videos that are on YouTube, youtube.com/homebasegames, and just search for the ones that have Black Panther in them. It's in the title, it's in the thumbnail, and it'll be a Black Panther aggression one. And we have deck lists that we've used.
Yeah, the deck lists
descriptions.
are actually in the comments.
Yep, in the
Comment descriptions, yeah. All right. So let's ready up.
Yep.
We unfortunately didn't get rid of the Goblin Glider, but that's all right.
Yeah, it is what it is. It was more important to me to play multiple man.
Yeah, it seems great.
Agreed. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay. And then threat.
Mm-hmm.
So
just at 4.
yeah, it's just good. We're adding on only 2 per player, so 4. Just keep seeming to pull nothing but 5s.
Yeah. Struggle real over there.
Yep. All right. And then he is attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
And
base 3 right now.
Base 3.
I mean, we can have a multiple man fight it. If
Yeah.
you'd like.
Sure. What else is he good for?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what he's there for. This card gets +1 boost icon if at least 1 goblin minion is engaged with you, which there's none anyway, but that's fine. So 3 damage, 4 damage. Goodbye, multiple man number 1.
Okay.
Then he's attacking me. Block. 5. And back cards.
Man, multiple man is cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, advance.
Oh, all right.
So time to scheme.
Base 2.
Yep.
0.
All right.
So just 2 more.
Make that 3 of 5.
Yep. Mine. Oh, is my obligation.
Okay. Need for speed.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, that card should have had a picture of Maverick and Goose on it. So true. I got the need for speed, baby.
Apparently. All right. So exhaust Pietro, remove need for speed from the game. Exhaust your identity. You cannot ready your identity until the next turn ends. Oh, that's the tricky thing. Fair enough. Okay, so I will obviously just remove it.
Yeah, get rid of it.
So we're gonna flip to Pietro and exhaust to remove it from the game. Yeah, advance can be a real stick in the mud when it's like, okay, and I can't even tell you how many times we've been like, the only thing we lose to right now is an advance, and there's only 2, and like we have the whole deck.
Especially when you're playing heroic mode and you've played for 2 hours.
Yes, it's the worst. It's like, oh my gosh.
It's happened to us on stream twice with Black
Ultron.
Panther.
Yeah, with heroic
with Black
Ultron.
Panther, yeah, against Ultron.
Oh gosh, it's
That
so
and
brutal.
Concussion Blast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh, concussive blast, I think. But
Yeah.
yes.
All
It's
right.
the worst. And it's like, gosh, darn it, it was like the one card in the whole deck that was going to make me lose.
You're up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so you could draw and filter, huh?
I could, and that's kind of my question. So I have my Always Be Running.
What does that do?
That just lets me ready.
Yeah.
So I can still, like, do things on my turn.
Sure.
I have a Nerves of Steel.
Yeah, and your team up card is worthless because you don't have
Correct.
one, so that card you could just toss.
Exactly. So, and then double time is choose to do 2 of the following, and you can choose to do 1 twice. Deal 2 damage to an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme.
I mean, you might want to just get your upgrade in place. You can play your defensive abilities.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I think I don't know that this gets any better.
You
for
could get a
filtering
double
purposes.
resource.
And there's only 1 left in all of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've already gotten 2 of them, and I don't think it had the. I don't think it had the green protection doubles.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember those.
I didn't see them.
So
Now that you think about it. Oh, I could tell you. We got the cards right here. So
yeah, I can't. I don't remember seeing those.
let's see. Protection. Yeah, you're right. Here's the deck. There is no double protection, power of protection resource cards in this deck.
Jay, losing 2 advances is like fun and not fun at the same time. It's like, oh gosh, we've been playing for 2.5 hours and we just lost this.
Yeah,
card.
it only feels
It makes
bad.
it challenging.
It only feels bad on heroic.
Yes,
honestly.
it always feels horrible on heroic.
Everything else, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, so I'm not gonna do the discard thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna flip back over here. I'm going to discard the double time and my team up to play Nerves of Steel again. And then I'm just going to discard Sidestep to play my Always Be Running to ready.
Sweet.
And just...
Punch him twice.
Yeah, punch him twice, essentially. So another 4 damage. So we'll drop that down to a 10.
And add 6. Okay, and it's my turn. So, I've got an Into the Fray, which is kind of worthless. So we're going to pitch that for sure. And we're going to pitch... So what we're going to do is we're going to discard Into the Fray because there are no minions. And we're going to discard Surprise Attack because minions.
Yep.
And we are going to play Ironheart, which I haven't played yet. And she's cool. Just 2 for that and draw a card.
Yeah. What's her name?
Ironheart?
Yeah.
Riri Williams?
Riri Williams.
I don't know anything about Ironheart other than she's a female Iron Man.
Yeah.
So, background on us is I didn't read Marvel Comics growing up as a kid. The only thing I did was watch the X-Men animated series on Fox and the Spider-Man animated series. That's not true. I did read Spider-Man comics. That was the only Marvel comics that I had growing up.
Yeah, you were DC.
I was a DC kid. The Flash, Batman. Superman, Batman, and the Flash were the 2 big ones. Little Green Lantern here and there, little Wonder Woman, but for the most part, it was the Flash and Batman. And so I play her. I drew a card, which is cool. And
you have a way of getting rid of this. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not a big deal. Double lightning.
I could get rid of it because I really don't have much else to do with my hand.
Okay.
Other than I could pitch both of these cards and just deal damage. But you know what? I'll take one for the team here.
Yeah, I think getting rid of one of his upgrades is better.
I'll get rid of, so I'm going to use Lion Weight for the Lightning Bolt, and we'll get a Lightning Bolt out of this. Since I don't have an aggression card in my hand, we'll get rid of it. Is that a hero action?
It is.
So I am hero, so it doesn't matter. That's a hero action. And then, I guess there's no reason not to go to Giant, right? So we're going to flip to Giant.
Jay. He says he's not good enough for heroic yet. Know your limit and play within it.
That's fair enough. Yep.
I mean, yeah, so it's not super fun to just bash your head against a wall for 12 hours. We've done it. It's not the greatest thing in the world.
So I think you're good at dealing damage. I'm going to thwart.
Sure.
Knock this down to a 3.
I think that's fine.
I'll use Ironheart.
Yeah.
And we will thwart for 1 more. And then we're going to just save.
Yeah, you might as well.
Well, actually, no, it's not worth it because he can punch for 3.
You want to?
Yeah, I'll punch for 3.
That's fine.
Let's punch for 3. He's dead.
Yeah.
So 3 damage.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate you jumping in.
Yep, it's awesome. Even if you jump in for a couple of minutes, it's great. Appreciate it. All right, that's it. And WASP seems like a good card, so I'll just hold on to it. New hand.
Okay.
Hopefully we get some minions. All right, a threat. So we'll make this a 5. He will attack you.
Multiple man.
Dead.
There's the other advance.
They'll attack me.
Yep.
I'll defend with Ironheart.
Okay. Goose. Deck cards. Pumpkin bombs.
Okay. And I've got
a thrall.
A thrall.
Hey, lion weight.
I'll use my lion. Oh, do I want to use my lion weight here? I've got an Into the Fray in my hand, and I can't play it unless I have a minion. So I'm not going to use my lion weight.
Okay. Oh, you have 2 copies of it. Yeah,
yep.
That's like the only relevant thing you're going to do.
Pretty much.
Got it.
I'll save this for when I don't have a lion fray or I have a. He has 5-drop minions and stuff.
He does, yeah. All right, so that's all she wrote.
Okay. All right, my turn.
Yep. Those pumpkin bombs are going to go off on you unless you flip.
That's fine.
alter ego.
I'm going to
so
actually just play a pin particle here in giant form. So that's going to heal me 2. So 1 and 2. And I'm going to use that plus a copy of WASPing and Into the Fray. So we're going to use these 3 cards to play Into the Fray. And if you haven't seen Into the Fray, newer card, it's going to hit this with Overkill.
6. Yep, and then
Yep, so deal 6 damage to a minion for each point of excess damage. Remove 1 threat. Yep,
Yeah,
so
right.
going to deal 6. And
remove.
then
So
remove
deal
3
3
threat.
and remove 3.
Yep.
Cool.
So it's just going to put this down to 2.
That's nice.
Yep.
She is interesting with her utility there.
And then I've got a fist resource left over, which I'll use to get rid of the pumpkin bombs.
There you go. That worked out.
And then I will punch for 3.
Okay.
Or 2. And then I'm done.
She is interesting with being able to like split up her attacks, split up her swords. She has cards that like do damage and thwart. Like she's interesting in that regard.
She's like pretty powerful.
She's very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not really limited by her forms.
Correct. Yeah.
Unlike Ant-Man, where like you have to really think.
Yeah, you do for sure.
Yeah, he's strong, but you gotta think.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna play a second copy of Nerves of Steel. So I'm gonna ditch 2 of my events.
Can you play 2?
Oh, it is max 1 per player.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think
well, then
so.
never mind.
So it's upgrade time.
I guess.
Yeah, it just.
So we'll just discard the Nerves of Steel to play an Armored Vest, and discard Never Back Down to play Civic Duty, and hold on to the sidestep.
Okay.
So the Civic Duty is I can at any time choose to discard that card to get an extra thwart for the round, but I don't really need to do that at the moment.
No.
So I'll just
Punch
do
him
a
twice.
basic attack twice for 4.
Perfect. All right. Ready and draw.
Yep. Hold on to that sidestep.
We're actually doing pretty good for basic decks here.
Yeah. I mean, we've dealt him like half health, so that's decent.
I thought it would be a little more difficult.
Yeah.
All right, so threat.
2 more.
Yep. And he is attacking moi.
Mm-hmm. Base 2.
And we've been managing the threat pretty good. We don't have any allies. It's just a base 2. Don't have pumpkin bombs. I can heal with pin particles next turn. So I will take it.
Okay. Base 2 plus 1, 3.
So I've taken 3. Get rid of this, but I have to add a threat because he dealt me damage.
Yep.
From his response, his his villain response.
Yep. And so here's a question. So I have always be running in my hand. So I could defend now and still ready next turn and attack twice.
You will still ready next turn because when you use a basic action to defend, he readies.
But I guess that's once per phase. So I guess
villain phase, hero phase.
I was just thinking per turn.
That's why I didn't understand why you didn't want to tap. I didn't realize you didn't realize that.
Yeah, I was thinking it was once per turn.
It's per phase.
So like because I did it during my turn, I couldn't do it during the villain phase. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he could do it on offense and defense.
Oh.
That changes your whole world now.
Yeah, it totally does. I don't know why I was thinking once per turn. I was just choosing to use it on my turn and not choosing to use it on the villain's turn.
Do it on both.
Oh my gosh, this guy is bananas.
That's
All right.
why I was saying.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I was trying to get you to defend earlier.
Well, you didn't use your words effectively, clearly. All right, so defending for base 2.
Yep.
So boost after this activation ends, shuffle this card back into the encounter deck. So it's a total of 4.
Which you have.
But I can use Nerves of Steel with my sidestep to not take any damage and deal him 1.
And then
I defended, so that was a basic action. So I ready, and this gets shuffled back into the deck
Yep.
right away.
And then you're ready for next turn.
And then I'm ready for next turn. I did not think that he could do that. I was just thinking it was once per turn.
That's why.
Like, once per turn seemed really good in and of itself.
It's once per phase.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Super speed response. After you use one of Quicksilver's basic powers, thwart, attack, or defend, ready him it. Limit once per phase.
It does say once per phase on there, but I was just thinking, like, it's already good enough
There's
to have
two
it.
phases in this game. The hero phase and the villain phase.
It's so good. All right.
All right. So what do I got? Ooh, overrun. So this is a when defeated, I believe.
Correct. Yeah.
And it gets just one per player.
So just two.
Two, that's not bad. But when defeated, things happen.
Yeah. When defeated, it gets angry.
Okay.
My card is a Goblin Knight. So a minion.
Oh, why couldn't that be me?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it.
it.
Last button. So this guy's got 7 health. After he attacks you, discard 1 card from the encounter deck. If that card is a Goblin minion, put it into play in game. Also reveals an encounter card, but instead of using boost icons, if it's a Goblin minion, he's a big boy. But I might be able to kill him, actually. So let's use my strength for maximum velocity, which gives me +2 to all of my stats until the end of the round. I'm going to let that hang out here so I don't forget. So I have base 4 attack right now. So I'm going to attack, basic attack this guy for 4. Then do the Quicksilver normal ready and attack him for 4 again.
I'll kill him.
So that'll kill him. And he has no when he dies effects. So that's done. And then I'm going to discard Adrenaline Rush to play Always Be Running to ready again. And I can thwart for 4 right now. Or attack for... Or I'm sorry, I can only thwart for 3.
Then smash him for 4.
Smash him for 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Having fun over there?
Yeah. Brain explosion thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Patronus's mind is blown.
Yes.
Okay. So my turn.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a fun turn. So I'm going to discard pin particles in giant form so I can heal 2. And then I'm going to discard I guess Lady Thor. And I'm going to play Giant Help, okay, which says remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove a total of 4 threat divided among schemes as you choose if you are in giant form, which I am. So I'm going to remove 4.
Nice.
So we're going to kill this side scheme and set the trigger going. In player order, each player must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck and put each Goblin minion discard into way this way. So you're going to mill 2 cards for each of us, starting with you.
Okay. And goblins get put into play?
And then the remaining 2 I'm removing here. Yep.
1, 2. No
None
goblins for me. You. 1, 2. No goblins for you.
Wow. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to flip to Tiny, which is the ready side. And then I'm going to play, I'm going to attack for 1.
Sure. And do the rapid growth thing?
And do rapid growth. And so I'm going to discard, oops, sorry. I'm going to discard this to pay for it. And use rapid growth to get a plus.
+2, I think.
Yeah, it says when you use one of your hero's basic thwart, attack, or defense, change to your giant form, which I will, and get +2 power for that attack. So I'll be at +4.
Mm-hmm.
Or
4
4
damage?
Yep. All right. And that's all she wrote.
Right. Ready up. I'm still just leaving that maximum velocity here, so I remember I have +1 defense. or +2 defense.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, because it's till the end of the round, right?
It's till the end of the round.
Okay.
Sure.
So threat, we're gonna throw 2 on here. Go to 5. 5. And then he is going to attack you.
Yep. And I'll defend.
All right.
For 1, 3, 4.
Good.
Boost. Put Goblin Nation into play.
Okay.
Each goblin enemy, including him, gets additional +1 attack. 4 threat.
All right, so he's actually going to attack you for a total of 3, but you're gonna.
But I'm still defending.
Yep.
Yep. And ready up because I defended. And he's attacking you. Base 3 now.
Base 3 on me, and you know I don't see a reason.
I could just defend for you while I still have extra defense.
Right, but then you'd be exhausted next turn.
Yes.
I actually have no problem just defending here. I'll defend with base 3.
Okay.
I've removed my thing, so I'm not really worried about it.
4 total.
All right, so I'll take 1.
Yep.
And then we have to put a threat on the main scheme because of that.
Yep.
Since he dealt us a damage.
Correct. Bad card for me.
Yep.
Bad card for you.
Yep.
My bad card is a monster. When revealed, you are stunned. That's annoying.
Oh, boo. Well, but you're fast because you'll stun and you're ready and
Yep.
yeah.
I do need a stun card though.
Yeah, I guess
We haven't pulled those out.
Yeah.
Forgot about those guys.
We've been kind of kicking his butt, so
Yeah.
haven't really needed him. All right. All right, I got a goblin. I got a soldier.
Oh, one of the big ones.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
lie in wait here.
Yep.
So we're going to use this lie wait to deal him 3 damage.
Yeah. Good stuff.
2 and 3. And this guy has a when defeated trigger. Okay.
Pass button to you, and this officially falls off.
All right. So my turn.
Mm-hmm.
What do I got going on here? Ooh, I like this. Do like this. All right, so I'm going to discard Genius, and I'm going to discard Swarm Tactics, because they don't help me. And I'm going to play Boot Camp on you.
Okay.
And it makes...
Each gets +1 attack. Okay.
So if you get multiple man after you
Yeah.
shuffle your deck, and they all get +1,
That'd
it'd be
be
pretty
awesome.
good, actually.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to... I think I'm going to change form.
Okay.
To Tiny.
Sure.
And play a response. Oh, I was exhausted, by the way. I'm going to play Surprise Attack. It says after you change form, deal 3 damage to enemy, 4 instead if you pay for this card using a fist. I don't have a fist, but because I'm discarding Wasp Sting to pay for it. But I'm just going to deal 3 damage and just kill my
Yeah, kill your
minion.
dude. Yeah, that's still fair.
And deal 1 damage to the engaged player. So I'm going to take 1.
Okay.
And I don't think I want to flip, even though I'm at a little less damage. So I'm just going to stay.
Sure.
Yeah. I would like to clean up a little threat before I flipped.
I mean, I could just clear up threat with a double time.
Well, oh, because, yeah, but I think getting rid of your stun's pretty good. So you could do 1 attack and 1, I don't know. That's fine. I am at 6 health. I've got my defense card here. I think I should be fine.
Okay.
I can go another turn.
All right. Then I'm just kind of trying to decide. My hand's a little clunky.
I mean, getting your industries card seems good.
Not so much right now, because by the time I'm gonna flip over, I'm not. I mean, my deck's already gonna be. My discard pile is gonna be like.
It's just like I think one of the good cards in his deck, but
I think this one is better. Anytime you ready Quicksilver, you can tap that, generate a fist.
Cool.
So you exhaust it, and you can just ready that card. So extra.
It just doesn't really line up with your hand because then you're just stuck with a card. But
right, but I think Armored Vest, obviously, unless I play it on you, I can't play it on myself.
Yeah. You could play it on me. I mean, I don't defend a ton, but you could.
The Serval Industries, like I said, it's a little meh to me now because I'm almost through my deck, and I can only shuffle his signature cards back in.
Yeah, but I mean, that seems so powerful. And you might, if you don't play it now, you probably won't play it the rest of the game because we're kind of crushing him. I don't know. I would try it out.
And then, so I guess I could discard the vest to play the Serval Industry. And then discard these to play the double time.
Mm-hmm. And then you could use the Serval Industries. Oh, no, because you're not.
No, I can't. Yeah. I'm not going to be an Ultra. The whole crux of
Yeah.
my thought process. All right, so I could use this to...
Do what?
So it says you may choose the same option twice. Do 2 of the following. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Remove 2 threat from a scheme.
Oh, 2 threat
so
from
I
a theme.
could
You could just clear this thing.
Yeah, I could just remove 4 threat there.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll just do a basic attack to remove my stun.
Mm-hmm.
Ready. And probably just attack him for 2.
Or do you want to attack your minion?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, attack my minion.
All right, and that's it. Already drew up my hand.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Threat, we're getting up there now. 8 of 15.
40.
All right, and then he is going to attack me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to defend,
Okay.
I think. You have no allies, so yes, I will defend.
Mm-hmm.
So defending for 2.
Okay. Base 2 plus 2, 4.
4. I'll defend. I'll prevent 1, so I'll take 1.
Yep.
And we'll get another threat.
Uh-huh. And then he's attacking me, and I'm going to defend. And I'm going to tap Nerves of Steel to play Never Back Down.
Which is amazing.
So I get plus 2 defense, and then if I take no damage, I stun him. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 defense right now. Base 2, 1. Okay, so I don't take any damage, and he gets stunned.
Fantastic.
Then he's gonna. Oh, and then I ready.
Yep.
Then he's gonna attack me for 3. And maybe I just let that go through.
Yeah, go for it. It's just
I've not taken any damage yet.
Yeah.
So.
Hard to take
just let
damage
that
when you
go
can
through.
defend every time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
Crazy sauce.
And then that's it.
That is it. Bad cards.
Encounters.
For
Which
you?
we're almost out of the deck.
1 for me. Only 1 left.
Yep. Under Fire.
Oh, okay. Well, we're out of the deck now.
Yep. Surge.
So, Surge, and then I
Shuffle.
have to shuffle, and then grab an acceleration token. At least that's in the discard pile now.
Yeah, that is fair.
Not getting shuffled back in. That's one of the worst expert cards.
Good evening, Apook. Apook 23.
Yeah.
We are still in the first game here.
First phase, yeah. He's on stage 2 of 3, essentially.
I was saying first game because let them know we haven't lost yet. We're
No,
doing
that's true.
right now. We're using the pre-assembled out of the pack Quicksilver with the pre-assembled out of the pack WASP. So when you get the deck lists that come out of the pack, we're using that WASP and this Quicksilver, and we're actually playing against expert mode Green Goblin mutagen formula, and we've been doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little hairy at the moment, but
All right, so there's your extra one. Oh, advance.
Okay.
Go figure. Okay, so base 2. Ooh, +2. So 4, scheming for 4.
Ouch.
And this gets shuffled back in.
Okay, and yeah, so he's at 13 of
13 of 14. All right. What's your surge card?
Yeah, Apuk, a lot of the times the pre-constructed decks are not good, but when a brand new hero comes out, at least for the first stream we do with that hero, we like to play with the pre-constructed deck just one time, just so people can see it. It's kind of a good way to
introduce yourself.
Introduce
to, the
to it.
Yeah.
And then the following week, because the following week we usually will make pre-constructed decks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So next week we'll
Wasps,
definitely play some kind of build specifically designed for Quicksilver.
for sure. The WASP pre-constructed deck out of the pack is okay.
It's all right.
We didn't want to use a real deck for her, quote unquote, because when you use a real deck for one hero and then a like the just out of the box deck for the other hero, it just means this hero is not gonna really have a chance to shine because it's so much.
The other hero is just doing all the work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not giving you an idea. So, and it's more challenging this way. It's really hard to beat expert with the 2 pre-constructed decks, I think. So
there's your other card.
All right, assault, which is perfect because he's stunned.
There you go. Okay, then my bad card is regenerative healing. Villain heals X damage where X is double to his stage number.
He's healing
so
4.
He's healing for 4, and I'm just gonna do
1 and then add it. Okay.
2, 3, 4, and be slightly lazy.
Yeah, one of the coolest things for us is being able to stream on Friday allows us to literally
run to the comic book store.
Yeah, literally stream the new pack as they come out.
Yep. Okay, that's all she wrote. So pass the button over here.
You got it.
And I am probably going to do a bunch of thwarting this turn.
That would be cool.
It's going to be crazy sauce.
Go for it.
You ready for it?
Yep.
So I'm going to discard my upgrade of Civic Duty to give me +1 thwart for the round.
Sure.
So I have base 2 thwart. Thwart for 2. And ready, because I'm Quicksilver. Thwart for 2 again.
So
remove 4.
Okay.
And then discard Warlock to play Always Be Running to ready.
Okay.
Thwart for 2.
Okay.
Play Always Be Running again. And thwart for 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Thwart for 16?
No, I don't know how much. It wasn't 16. We hit 13 on here.
Oh, 13. Okay.
And there's 5
So thwart for
left.
8. So thwart for 8.
That was still
But
crazy
still good.
Yeah. 8 thwart and it turns
Yeah.
long. Okay.
And that's all I do.
All right. Well,
that was a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of your ally for you.
That'd be great.
So, question is just how I want to do it. He has. I think the way to do it is to play an ally to get rid of him.
He has 4 health left,
Yep.
so
So I'm gonna discard. Boot camp,
Yeah.
and surprise attack. So discarding all of them, and I'm gonna play Miles Morales.
nice.
And I'll get the +2 attack,
Heck
and then
yeah.
he's gonna swing over and kick that guy in the face.
Nice. That's fantastic. All right.
And
he has no when defeated trigger, so he's just done.
I don't have a trigger for Wasp, but I'm gonna use this opportunity to flip to Nadia.
Yeah.
And we're gonna shuffle some good cards back into my deck.
I think that's a great idea. Right before you have to shuffle.
Yeah. I can put a genius back in my deck, which I like doing that.
I'm actually gonna run out at this turn, so I'm gonna.
And let's genius and Ironheart. Yeah, Quicksilver
he
is a
is
blast.
pretty fun.
Yeah, you missed the Patronus blowing her mind moment when she realized that you can untap Quicksilver during the villain phase and the hero phase.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Kinda blew
I
her
was just
mind.
thinking it was like once per round, not once per phase.
Yeah.
Because once per round seemed good enough. Once per phase is like, what?
All right, so we're going to drop to 6.
Yeah, and I only have 4
And
cards left in my deck.
Ready
here,
my hero
so
here.
Take an encounter card.
Oh, there's that Ironheart I shuffled in. How convenient.
Well, when you're shuffling it into a deck of 10 cards, your odds of getting it are
Pretty good, right?
pretty decent.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. Threat. So we are accelerating.
Yep.
So we're going to throw a 3 on this bad boy. So 8 of 15.
14.
14. So got to be careful here.
Okay.
Might lose it, actually.
Ooh, Scarlet Witch. Okay, so he's attacking me.
Yep.
Base 2. And I will defend. Ooh, 3. Okay, so I'm defending for just 2, so I'm going to take 3.
Wait, hold on. Yeah.
He's attacking for 5.
Yeah.
And then ready.
And then he's going to get a threat.
Threat, yep. I didn't have any defensive cards to play to mitigate damage, so.
Nope.
Then he's scheming against you, base 2.
Bad.
Just 1.
All right, so 3 more. Okay.
12.
12 of 14.
All right.
All right, and then cards.
Bad card for me, bad card for you. First one, Master Plan. That sucks.
Okay.
All right.
Master Plan, start milling. Looking for a side scheme.
Yep. Overrun.
Okay, and this one is a when defeated, and it comes into play with 2 threats.
Yep. Second one, Shadows. Good lord. That was a kick in the dick for 2 encounter cards.
Sorry, Patronus has
All
a
right.
pirate mouth, so
Oh, my
that's why we don't
lordy.
have the kid-friendly channel.
Okay, well, here we go. So here's my side scheme.
Hey, we get to see his side scheme cards.
Yeah, there you go. Side scheme.
We're putting that one into play.
Crisis.
Critical. Yeah.
Yeah. This is my Nemesis, Avalanche. And then these are getting shuffled in.
Oh, it has Insight 1. When revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme.
Ugh.
Hilarious.
Rude. Okay,
Brutal.
so Avalanche is coming into play, engage with me. He has Insight 2.
Oh, so we lost
So we
it.
lost it.
Okay. Side scheme is gone.
Yeah, he has Insight 2.
All right.
So when defeated, something happens.
Yep. When defeated, in player order, each player not engaged with the goblin, which is each of us,
Yep.
discards top 3 cards from the encounter deck and puts the first goblin minion in play engaged with them.
So we just shuffled this deck, and we're going to have already gone through half of it in one turn.
And then...
so this is me. 1, 2, 3. So there's a minion for me. 3 for you.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
minion for me. Okay.
All right. So your encounter card.
My encounter
At
card.
least it's not gang up.
No, it's a goblin glider, and it's
Oh.
going to go on...
Green Goblin
Green
first,
Goblin.
I think. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh boy is right.
All right, so my turn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shuffle some cards in my deck.
Got really angry. You're doing good for a while. That
Yeah.
just got really angry.
So I'm going to shuffle in a giant help and a wasp.
Is there an effect on this one? Starts with 4 per person, right?
Yes. The bottom, whatever the bottom is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 4 per person.
And then 4 per person. And the threshold is 11 per person. And it gets X per round. X is equal to the number of goblin enemies in play, including the Green Goblin.
So it starts with 8.
It's going to start with 8.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've played him.
Yeah. He does have 3 schemes, though, so it's
No,
not
he
like...
has 2. One in
Oh,
A, 2B.
I saw...
So if we
I saw
lose
that.
this, we lose.
We lose that, we lose. Okay.
Yep.
I saw another card under there.
All
and
right,
thought it was
so
3.
that was the first thing. The next thing we're going to do is we got to heal.
Poke says his crowning Marvel Champions moment was getting a Goblin Glider attached to a T-Rex. That's hilarious.
Oh, that is hilarious.
That's so funny.
Okay, so I've done that, and I've got to switch forms, so I might as well switch to Tiny. And we are going to... How do we want to do this?
We did see the Star-Lord stuff too, Poke. That seems really interesting. We've already decided that our one friend who is greedy as all heck is not allowed to play Star-Lord ever.
He's already said buying it, so he's going to play it. We're going to play Power and All of Us to use 2 resources to slap that Ironheart into play.
Nice.
I get to draw another card.
Very cool.
Big fan. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Our one friend that's always super greedy with everything is like he is going to be living on the edge, pun intended, with Star-Lord, and it's going to end very poorly for everybody that's playing with him.
and I think we need to thwart as much as possible, but we also have a bunch of minions in play.
Oh shoot! Avalanche also had a when revealed effect. Each player must choose to either take 2 indirect damage or exhaust their identity.
I would have taken 2 indirects.
I would have as well. So I'm flipping around.
Okay, so then the rest of my turn could be what? I think we're so far behind. I think what I need to do I made a mistake. I am actually not going to flip to tiny. I'm going to flip to giant.
Okay.
I healed first, and instead of flipping to tiny, I'm just going to flip to giant.
That's fine.
I'd rather just be giant because giant, all of my cards are actually about being a giant.
Fair.
So I'm actually just going to play giant help because we really need...
removal?
Yeah, I'm just going to discard 2 cards, 2 regular cards for that. And this will allow me to do 4 threat as long as I'm in giant form. So, and I can do it any way I want. So I'm going to do it off the critical here. Oh, no, I'm going to do 2
I was
here.
going to say,
I
I do 2
accelerator.
Yeah, I do 2
And then 2 off here.
Agreed.
And then I'm just going to discard a pinpoint strike to play a lion weight. Doesn't seem great, but we're so behind here.
Yeah, we don't really want to get it or have it get worse.
It might get worse.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm going to use Miles Morales to kill my minion, since I'm at pretty low health, and Ironheart to kill my minion as well.
Oh, okay. So together they're
going to just deal 3
Yep,
and
sense.
kill him.
Yep.
I want to thwart more, but it's just not really possible.
Yeah. I get it.
And then I'm done.
Okay, so
Jay, the battle's getting hairy. We were doing really well.
Yeah.
We are in stage 2
we're still in
still.
we're still in the
We
same
got a little
stage.
behind.
Yeah.
We had a really bad turn. Shadows of the Past, all the stuff that happened.
Yeah, master plan to mill half the deck plus a shadows.
We've gotten master plan twice, which has milled a good half the deck each time. It's been pretty rough.
So here are my options. I definitely obviously need to heal.
Yeah. So you're gonna do a basic thing once and then you're gonna heal.
And I'm thinking I could use my 2 signature cards to pay for Adrenaline Rush twice, which gives me +1 attack for each of them if I just sack it right away.
Okay.
So then I would have 4 attack and could just one-shot this guy before I flip.
That sounds fine.
So I'll discard 2 of my signature cards because I'll be able to, with my Serval Industries, just put them back in my deck. We'll play these Adrenaline Rushes. We'll discard them to get +1 attack for the round.
Well, you actually have 5. Right? Oh, no, that's 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then we'll attack this guy and kill him. He has no when defeated effect.
Also, if you're a fan of X-Men, that says Brotherhood of Mutants as a keyword, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's like a little, hey, guess what's coming, guys?
Right, yeah, for sure. Then we're flipping. And we're healing.
Yep.
That. And we'll exhaust this to shuffle my 2 signature cards back in my deck. And that's all she wrote. I only have 1 card in my hand, so I can't do my thing. I have to discard 2 cards and draw 2.
Yep.
So I'm probably just going to discard this at the end of my turn anyway.
Yep.
It's not super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be done.
Okay. And
ready?
Yeah. Draw.
He's got 6 on this side.
Okay, so 5 new cards. And let's see if we can survive this. We're getting 3 threat.
Yeah, there are a couple of X Factor things. Like the allies are X Factors. So yes, that is definitely hashtag foreshadowing, as you said.
So we're getting 3 threat.
Yep.
He's attacking me.
Yep.
I will defend with I'll defend with Ironheart.
Okay. Base 3. Boost. Put the soldier into play.
Cool. I'll kill him.
No,
Or
you
no,
won't.
I'll lie in wait him.
Yeah, but so you'll deal him 3 damage.
I'm gonna deal him 3.
Yep. And he'll deal you 1 damage now.
Yep. Can't do anything about that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then gonna scheme against me. That was horrible.
But you're on this side, so you can
Yeah.
discard and draw.
But like, what the heck? All right. Scheming against me, base 2, boost. Choose to either spend 2 fist resources or exhaust your identity. Hey,
There you go.
look at that. Use one of those doubles.
There you go.
Okay. So it's just 2, and then 1 from this guy, so 3 total threat.
Okay. 3 total. All right. So place that. Place a 3 with 5 and add a 1. That was yours.
Yep.
14 of 22.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And yeah, here you go.
That's it. So I'm not gonna be able to ready this turn, so unfortunately I'm just gonna have to heal again. I don't have any of my other cards available at the moment. I guess I could.
I mean, I guess you could not heal, so you could do all your super stuff on your attack, and then just defend on.
I don't like being at 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have an ally that I can put in play, and we'll have another one to defend. It might be better. Otherwise, you're just not doing anything with your turn.
I mean,
and you can't afford. We can't really. I don't know how much we can afford you just hanging out again.
I mean, I could just discard a couple of cards. I could discard this because I know I can't play it, and discard this because it's kind of meh. Civic Duty to draw 2 different cards while I'm on this side.
Sure.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, super good. Okay. So we'll flip.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do Genius for maximum velocity. And I could just.
I'm gonna put it on camera because they're not gonna know what all the cards do. I don't even know. What
yeah,
it does.
I've already played it.
Maximum velocity.
It gives me +2 to all my stats.
Cool.
For the round. Then I think I ditch the double time to play Always Be Running. Ready. Then we attack base 4.
I think we thwart.
Well, I still can.
Okay.
Attack base 4 here. So that probably one of your allies can just finish him off.
Mm-hmm.
And then ready, because I'm Quicksilver. And I can thwart for 3. And I don't have a choice but to remove it from the critical. And I'll just use the energy to get rid of the goblin going.
Okay. All right, my turn.
Yep.
All right, so for my turn, I am going to... I'm going to discard Red Room Training and discard...
Yeah, Jay, the speed cyclone can stun based on the number of how much you pay for it. So yes, if you like ditched your whole hand to it, you could stun a whole bunch of stuff. It's pretty cool.
I'm going to discard Red Room Training. Actually, no, I'm just going to discard Genius to play Giant Help.
Okay.
Which remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 threat divided among you choose as long as you're in giant form.
Sure. So just remove 4.
Just removing 4, which that's big. And then we are going to attack with WASP, and I can deal the damage any way I choose. So I can deal 1 there and 1 here.
Yep.
Or 1 here and 1 to the...
And when he dies,
actually deal
I take
1
a
here and
damage.
1 to the boss. 1 to yours and 1 to the
Okay.
boss.
And 1 to the boss. Okay.
And then I'm going to flip to Tiny.
Okay. You're exhausted.
And I'm exhausted. And I'm going to discard Wasp and Red Room Training to play Pinpoint Strike. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you're in Tiny Hero form, this attack deals 1 additional damage to that enemy and gains Overkill.
Can you do... Was there something for... Cost 3?
Oh, right. I actually can't play that. Nope. Yeah, I miscalculated. So we are going to...
Do you want to flip to Tiny then?
No, it's fine. Well, we will stay... Yeah, we're not going to flip to Tiny. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
We're just going to stay in Giant.
Yep. Tapped.
Tapped.
Play Wasp for 2.
Yeah, we're just going to play Wasp for 2. Yeah, I can use a die.
Have a 2. Or I guess you could use...
No, just give me one of our dice.
That'll work.
Yep, and then since we're staying in Wasp here, we are going to... This guy has 2 health left. We'll use Miles to kill him.
Okay. Jay, I don't play a ton of solo mode of this. Gold Leader plays more.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's all about just building your decks to deal with the fact that you're the only one playing.
It's a different animal.
Yeah,
solo
it's
mode
totally
is
different.
a very different animal. I've played quite a bit of solo. Tried to test like certain heroes. It's like cards have a different value in solo mode than they do in multiplayer. There are just certain cards in solo that are so much better for solo, and then there's certain cards in multiplayer that are so much better, and vice versa. And I've learned that the hard way. Like a great example of a card that I like sneer I would never play in multiplayer is to the rescue or rescue. It's a 2-cost
basic.
Yeah, I actually have it right here. Here's a great example of a card that I think is insanely good. It's To the Rescue. So this card, never in a million years would I play that card in multiplayer. Like, even in like a Hulk deck, it's just, I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah.
But in solo, if you're playing a character that does not have thwart capacity in their deck, like Hulk, that card's so good. Just thwarting for 2 will sometimes kill a scheme. This card's has a purpose in that format. It's not great, but it actually is very useful as opposed to multiplayer. It's very not useful at all.
Yeah. Okay, I read it up because we were done.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get to do the fun multiple man thing again with boot camp.
Nice.
GG.
I need an encounter card.
Okay.
Solo two-handed is also the same as multiplayer.
Yeah, it's essentially what we're doing now.
There's no difference.
Yep.
Except
but it does make it obviously
it's just
a
more
little easier.
taxing for the one person to have to remember everything. Yeah. So I can see how it could be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so threat.
3 more.
Yep.
So we're back. We're right back to that 13 number we were at.
Yep.
Get rid of this.
I think I know at least one advance is in.
I really need to flip and heal next turn, so.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one advance, so there's this much deck left.
Or get a pin particles. All right, so.
Okay, so he's attacking me first,
yep.
and I'm going to defend. Base 2, 4, and I have 4 defense at the moment. What?
You can play that card.
I don't want to.
Not worth stunning him for 1?
No, because then I can't play multiple mana.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
So, readying and taking no damage.
Okay.
Then he's attacking you.
Yep, and I'm defending with WASP. She has 1 health left.
Mm-hmm. Boost. Put Goblin Nation into play. It's gonna have 4 on it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bad card for me. Another bad card for you. My bad card. Goblin Thrall.
Okay. My bad card. Intimidation. When revealed, choose to either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain 1 face-down boost card. Ugh. What does my hand look like? Oh boy, my hand is awkward.
Yeah, that's true, Pook, that you do see, like when you play with at least 2, if not more, you do allow certain heroes to specialize in things, and it makes it a little bit different from a deck building strategy. But it is honestly like Gold Dealer is saying, when you truly play solo, it's almost
your hero has to do everything.
Yeah, it's almost like a totally different game.
It's very different. So
yeah, so it's another
and you
challenge.
also notice the different power level in heroes. I think much more in solo, like in versus like for instance, Iron Man in solo mode, he's okay.
Yeah,
like he's slow to ramp up. He can't really do things in the early game. You kind of have to get lucky the first couple turns with his armor. Whereas, like, in a multiplayer game, he's a boss. Yeah. Like, you play with a group of people, so, like, play with 3 or 4 people with Iron Man, and he's the stud at the table.
For sure.
Because everyone else helps cover for him in the first couple turns. Yeah. But then once he's up to a 7-card max hand size, and he's just
repulsor
blasting and doing things every turn, it's good. Same thing with Thor. Yeah. Like, Thor is so disappointing in solo play in many respects because
he can't thwart at all.
He can't thwart. Yeah. He is reliant on minions. But if you're playing a multiplayer game with 4 players, like there's going to be minions on the table. Yeah. And he's going to have 10 card starting hands where he is just going to like go crazy and do all the Thor stuff, and it's awesome.
For sure. So are you ditching a resource for that? 2 resources for that?
Don't know what to do. My hand is awkward. Yeah, I guess I will. I will ditch. I'll ditch 2 cards. Okay. I might as well I'll ditch these 2. My hand is awkward.
Okay.
And then the other one is Goblin Knight.
There you go.
Okay, so that one's discard pile.
Okay. Does he have a 1 revealed effect? I don't think so. The Goblin.
No, it's is a response if you get him as a.
When he attacks.
A force response after he attacks, he does a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So passing the button, and this is officially gone.
Okay. So my turn. So again, we're kind of in this situation where I'm kind of screwed on thwart.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to play multiple man, so we're going to have blockers for days.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to then flip to tiny. I'm just discarding my hand, which is a strength and a boot camp, to play a pinpoint strike in tiny form. So I'll deal 7 here and 1.
Plus 3 to play.
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I missed the strength. Sorry. Okay, perfect.
And then 1 damage.
Boss. Let's do it here.
Or yeah, it's overkill. No, overkill doesn't work that way. You have
Oh,
to
it's
deal it to the
overkill
villain.
specifically?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
And then this says, after WASP or an event you play defeats a minion or side scheme, deal 1 damage to the villain. So the villain takes another 1 damage.
Okay.
And I could punch that guy for 1 if that helps.
It does.
So I'll punch him for 1.
Just more even.
And then I'm out of cards.
Okay.
Which leaves you to thwart.
Sure. So my plan is just to play multiple man, ditch my whole hand to play multiple man again. And we're going to go grab the other 2 copies of him in my deck. And play all 3. They all have 1 thwart and 2 attack because Gold Leader played the boot camp on me.
Yep.
So my plan...
Just punch. Multiple mans are going to punch.
Yep, exactly. So we'll punch and kill this guy. No effect.
Okay.
We will punch the boss for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
If you flip him, I forget what happens.
I
bad.
could, obviously.
If you flip him, each player gets 3 encounter cards.
Yeah.
I probably would not flip him until we've had a chance to heal.
I agree. I could just thwart for 2, essentially.
I think that's fine.
So thwart for 1 and then ready and thwart for 1 again.
Yeah, that gets rid of this.
All I can do is 1.
Yeah, let's just do here.
Yeah.
You're thwarting for 2, right? 1
2
twice?
total. Yeah, 1 twice.
All right, let's get it down here.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so high.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed. Okay. And then blockers for days.
Yep. Or 2 power attackers if you don't need the blockers. Yeah. We're struggling with thwart though.
At the moment, yeah. Okay. Did you put thwart on there for the turn?
I did not.
Okay.
So we're
just 3.
3.
Okay. And Green Goblin is attacking you, base 3. So we'll have a multiple man jump in front of it. No boosts. He's attacking me for a base 3. I have a multiple man jump in front of it. No boosts. Bad cards.
All right. Pumpkin bombs.
Okay. And overrun.
Okay. That's a when defeated trigger.
Yep.
And that one's 2 threat.
Yep.
Boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pass the button here. Yep. So I have a civic duty that would let me pump my thwart for the turn, and then I'd have I'd be able to thwart for 4.
Seems cool.
So let's discard my team up, play the civic duty, and sack it right away to give me +1 thwart for the end of till the end of the phase.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll thwart for 2.
Okay. We'll get rid of this.
I'm ready.
And when we get rid of this, each player in order must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck, and then put any goblins.
Okay, so me first. None. You. None.
Okay.
Okay. Then.
And then the second thwart, we're gonna do from here, I guess.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I don't want to get rid of this because it boosts all the dudes, but.
Yeah. Then I think I just discard an adrenaline rush to cyclone for 1.
Yeah, just stun him.
Just stun the boss.
Seems fine.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
don't have any other targets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just hold the Never Back Down.
Sure. All right, my turn.
Oh, I'm tapped. Go ahead.
Okay.
Multiple man has definitely been cool.
Yeah, he's been huge.
I was able to like do the max multiple man both times. Been pretty clutch.
All right, so I'm going to really want to use this turn to heal, but I just can't.
I mean, you don't need to, because he's going to be stunned for me,
Yep.
and then I can defend for you with my Never Back Down and ready, because it'll be the first time I'll have to.
Yeah, none of these cards actually seem
So-
very helpful. Like, Into the Fray would be amazing if we actually had minions.
Yeah.
But I keep drawing these when we don't have minions.
Yeah.
And we've missed on those twice.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch Swarm Tactics. I don't have Wasp. Pitch Red Room because it's just retaliate 1. And if you're tiny, your attacks gain piercing, but we're not really getting any tough situations. Into the Fray does nothing, so I'm just going to play a Quinn Carrier.
Sure.
I'm going to use the Quinn Carrier to play Rapid Growth as I exhaust here for Thwart action.
Okay.
And Rapid Growth will send me to Giant.
And give you +2, right?
+2, so
thwarting for
thwarted
4.
for 4.
Clear the 1, I think, or do you think we need to
I
work
think we
on the
kind of
main?
need to do this so that we can actually flip to heal.
Okay.
It's kind of been our problem. There's so much on here we can't flip.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we might lose from damage.
Okay.
So now here's the interesting thing. When you use one of your hero's basic powers, attack, or change to your giant form and get +2 to that power for this use. So this changed me. I didn't use my flipping.
Correct.
So I could flip to another form. I could flip to...
I wouldn't.
But we still have so much.
Yeah.
So
And like I said, he's going to be stunned for me, and I can defend for you and then still ready and use this to stun him again.
Yeah.
So he's going to be taking multiple turns off.
Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to flip to tiny. That way, if I get... I can use
prevent
my
the
wings
damage.
and not potentially exhaust.
Sure.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And then ready.
Ready.
Although so far these wigs have really not done me anything.
Oh, lordy. I did a horrible job shuffling.
Yes.
Okay. So, first thing is threat.
Threat it is. 3. Put a 5. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
And then...
He's attacking me, but he's stunned. Then he's attacking you. So I think I defend for you. Use Never Back Down to give me +2 defense, and if I take no damage from that attack, from this attack, then I stun him.
So he's attacking at
He's
+2.
attacking at so 2,
Just 2.
3.
Oh, 3, yeah.
Base 3, and I'm defending for 1, 2, 3, 4. Boost. Choose to either spend 2 fist resources or exhaust your identity. Hey, I'm already exhausted. And I have no fist resources that I can spend.
Okay.
So I
That's
can't do either of those things. All right, so I don't take damage, so that means he gets stunned.
Uh-huh.
And I will ready, because that was
Your defense.
my first defense. I do have to have the pumpkin bombs go off, so I have to take 2 indirect damage, which I think I can just discard one of my side steps to play a side step to prevent 3 damage. It says when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage. Pay for this card with a lightning bolt, deal 1 to it.
I don't know if you can do that because the trigger on that card's defense. So the defense cards are played when you're the target of an attack, and Pumpkin Bomb specifically says after the villain attacks you, discard this card. So it's not during an attack, so you wouldn't be able to trigger that.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty sure that's how defense works.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if you can use a defense trigger with just indirect damage, especially just because it says when you would take any amount of damage.
Well, yeah, but the key word for defense says when you are the target of the attack. Pretty sure. I mean, you're at a computer, you could look it up.
Fine, whatever. Okay, so then I just have to take 2 damage.
You could
Kill him? No.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Flip.
Okay, so it's my turn now.
Mm-hmm. And I'm obviously going to play a double time. So I can either do 2 damage or remove 2 threat. And I can do either of those things or one of those things twice. That is just a hero action, so I could do it now.
Okay. So we gotta have somebody start healing between one of the two of us.
Yeah.
That is the only.
I think it can be you because I have a sidestep still.
Okay.
So I can defend and still prevent a ninja. So there's pretty much no way he can deal me damage. Other than me getting attacked multiple times.
So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to discard an energy to play Giant Help, which is remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Okay, 4 if you're giant.
4 if I'm not, which I'm not, but I'm still just going to remove 3.
Okay.
So we'll take 3 off the main.
Yep,
here.
agreed.
And then I am going to discard a surprise attack to play a Lion Wait.
Sure.
And I'm going to flip.
What's that last card in your hand?
It's a card I can't play. It's
Oh, just power regression.
I'm going to flip to Nadia. I'm going to put this Giant Help back in my deck. And I'm going to put Wasp back in my deck.
Thanks for jumping in, Poke.
And then I'm going to heal 3. 1, 2, 3 by exhausting.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Yep.
You're up.
So I'm going to ditch 2 sidesteps to play double time. So I think I just remove 4 threat.
Agreed.
So I would clear the side scheme, I think. Or do you want to pull off the main just because you're going to...
Yeah, let's pull it off here.
Okay. And, I mean, I could still just thwart for 2 more.
Is your thwart base thwart is 4, or?
No, my base thwart is 1.
How did you remove 4 then?
Double time.
What does that do?
Remove 2 threat twice.
Ah, fair enough. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. At this point, you could.
Or I could just attack
you
for
could
4.
just attack for 4.
But then I flip him.
That's not a bad time to flip him, though. Like, for me to draw a million cards, being on Alter Ego is probably better. Because a lot of cards will just have Surge.
Okay.
Maybe go
So
for
I'll
it.
attack for 2 twice.
Yep.
And flip him.
Yep. And he's stunned, so
Right.
this might be the time.
Okay, so on this side, deal 3 encounter cards to each player. So we're going to have 4 this round. For you. And he's stunned. And after Green Goblin attacks you and damages you, put 2 threat on the main. Okay. And I'm going to keep him around for a defender. And I think I'm done. That's all she wrote.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Okay. And I did get a second defense. I got to never back down. So if I have to,
Yeah.
I can.
All right, so
go
threat.
crazy here.
So we're putting 3 on. So 3. Okay. Oh, it's annoying. No, they're the.
Leave it. We don't need it.
And here we go. So I put the threat on, and he is attacking you.
No, he's scheming against you.
Oh, he's scheming against me.
Base 2. Boost. The villain heals 2 damage. Oh, and I never set his damage.
Which
so
you
that
can't.
boost isn't going to do anything. So it's just.
Is there a? Oh, sometimes there's a
Nope.
condition.
There's not. And his hit points
Yes,
are
it does.
20.
It says gain surge if no hit damage was healed.
No, that's the one revealed. It's a boost. He's
Oh, it's a boost. Gotcha.
There you
Okay.
and he's going to have 40 hit points. So he can't heal. And there's no bad part. So it's just scheming for 2. Scheming for 2.
Okay. Scheming for 2. 3 to a 5.
Then he's attacking me, but he's stunned. And another bad card for you. Shuffle. Another acceleration. And then I'll need another bad card.
Boy. 4 each.
4 each. Oh, I guess get started.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I mean,
You got to do it at some point.
if we beat this, I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be hard.
Yeah.
All right, first one. Wicked Ambitions. This one is discard X cards from the encounter deck, where X is equal to double the villain's stage number. Each time a goblin minion is discarded, choose to either take 3 damage or put it in play engaged with you.
Oof.
So double the. So we're
6.
discarding 6 cards for that.
Yep. So shuffling.
Brutal.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my first card.
Gosh, can you imagine this guy in heroic deal with 10 encounter cards?
We've played him
Like
and
that.
beat him in heroic.
Did we?
Yes, it was
I
one of the
don't
hardest
remember it.
things we ever did. We did it after doing Ultron, and then after we did it,
gosh.
we were like, we're never doing this again.
Yeah.
I vividly remember.
I blocked it out, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last card for me, and then milling 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my gosh.
So we either have to take a bunch of damage or have them come into play with you. I think they all have to come in. Maybe you could take 3 damage once.
After I just healed.
I mean, they're not going to do anything this round, but
Yeah.
and you don't necessarily see the order in which they're happening. So
I mean, you do. It's each time you do it. So
Right, but that's why
I would have done the lion wait on the first one because I wouldn't have known which was happening.
you can't. That's a hero response.
Oh, you're right. Ooh, even worse.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I just got them all.
That or you're taking 3 damage for one.
Yeah. All right.
Like you might have taken 3 for the big one, but
I could, but I'm not.
okay.
And
So keep going. That was just your first card.
yeah, this is where we lose. I mean, maybe I should. I have 3 more cards to resolve. Yeah, I'll take 3. What a
For one of
waste. All right. Because I mean, I have 3 more cards. So another Goblin Thrall.
Okay.
Another Goblin Thrall.
Oh, jeez.
And Intimidation. Choose to either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain a face-down boost card.
Okay.
Let's see what my hand is.
I mean, if you can spend 2 resources, fine. But,
I'm just trying to see.
Yeah.
If I could do this and this. Can't really afford to spend 2 resources. Otherwise, if I did, yeah, I can't. Oh, well, I could, actually. Because I do have a Quinn carrier. So I could spend 2 resources. All right, I will. I'll spend 2 resources.
Okay. All right, so my cards. Pumpkin Bombs. Caught off guard. Is it upgrade or support? It is. I'm gonna ditch my series. Goblin Nation. When revealed, place an additional threat here for each goblin minion in play.
Okay.
So
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, it's gonna
5.
have 6. Goblin minion specifically.
Yep.
So it's gonna have 6 on it.
Okay.
And the last one is advance. So base 2 scheme plus 2, so 4 going on here. Let's swap this one for 5.
All right.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Thor wants to lightning strike over there so badly.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yep.
So, yeah. I could give myself my plus thwart upgrade
That's probably a
and
good
just
idea.
thwart a bunch.
That's what I would do.
So I'm going to discard a Nerves of Steel and a Sidestep, I think. I think I'd rather have Never Back Down than Sidestep right now, just for the stun.
Yeah.
To play my +1 thwart boost. Then I will... Oh,
You
I'm gonna
actually
discard
probably
it
want
anyway.
this because a pumpkin bombs is going to go off.
I'm going to discard it anyway. We already said that I can't do that for this.
I was thinking that you would. Yeah, you're right. We can't.
Okay, so I'm going to thwart for 2. Ready and thwart for 2 again. So it's 4 from this. And then I'll discard Never Back Down to play Always Be Running to ready and thwart again. So it's a total of 6 in 2s.
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got.
My turn. I guess we're gonna
Deal with one thing at a time.
Yeah, we're gonna shuffle in Giant Help. And we're gonna shuffle in Piercing Strikes.
I mean, at least all those things only hit for 1.
Or Pinpoint Strike. Yeah. We'll heal. 2 and 3.
Yep.
And then we're gonna play Wasp Sting. Actually, we're gonna flip first. We are going to flip to Tiny. We'll play Wasp Sting, exhausting my Quinn Carrier and Lion Weight.
Mm-hmm.
This will deal 4 damage any way I choose. So I guess let's deal
Take something off.
3 here. And then we'll deal 1 here.
Okay.
Because it has 4 any way you choose. And then since I defeated a minion, the villain takes 1.
Okay.
Then I'm going to play Wasp with Power of Aggression, so
2.
she'll have 2. And then Wasp will go and kill this one.
Yep.
That's all I can do.
I mean, took 2 things off the board. That was pretty good.
And I'm done.
Yep. Ready.
Just in
1,
survival
2,
mode
3,
at the moment.
4. Oh, and I just went out of cards, so I'm gonna need a card. Okay.
All right, so
And I have no defensive cards. So there's that.
And we're at 4 acceleration tokens.
Or
About
rise
to
per turn.
lose.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's attacking me. Base 4, because of Goblin Nation. And I think we just use a Minuteman.
You almost might need, because of the pumpkin bombs, you almost might need his health.
He has 1 more health.
Yeah, I'm just saying the pumpkin bomb's going to hit you for how much?
2.
Well, 2, and you're at 4.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but he can only take 1.
I'm saying you could defend and then have him take 1 and then you take 1. But
I'm gonna have 2 encounter cards. I have a feeling I'm gonna get attacked again.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd rather have him just absorb a big attack.
Go for it.
Which it was a big attack. After this activation ends, shuffle this back into the deck. And then yes, I take 2 from the pumpkin bombs. And then he's attacking you for base 4.
And I am going to just, I'm going to defend. 1 health left.
Yep. Oh, that was a big one.
Okay.
All right, and then each of those guys are attacking you for 2.
I'll prevent 1, take 1. Okay.
They attack for 2.
Oh my gosh. Forgot about that Goblin Nation play.
Yeah.
I've completely misplayed my turn. I totally forgot this card was in place. So.
I mean, I still think taking 2 things off the board was better.
No, but I could have done better. I just forgot this was in play.
Okay.
Or what this thing did in play, because it's been in play for so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm taking...
So you're taking 2 more damage.
3 more damage, because they attack for 2 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only took 1 damage.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. You need to take 2 more damage.
If I'm taking 4
Here you go.
and I prevent 1.
Yeah.
If I'm taking 4 and I prevent 1.
You took 1 damage already.
Right.
So you only need to take 2 more.
Oh, 2 more is what you're saying.
Yeah. That math works. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Whew. Bad cards.
Yep.
So I have 2. You get 1. My bad card. First one, Wicked Ambitions. Discard X cards from the encounter where X is double his stage number each time a goblin is discarded this way. Choose to either take 3 damage or put the mini in play.
That card's brutal.
It's really bad. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I have 3 guys too, and none of them have entered the battlefield triggers.
Okay.
Last card for me, Overconfidence, Alter Ego. No, I'm sorry, Hero. Green Goblin attacks you. If at least 3 damage was dealt by this activation, this card gains Surge. So we're defending. And I defend for 2, and he attacks for 4.
Yep.
+2.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
I could have defended for you and not die. Like, mathematically impossible.
I mean, you still have a card, and plus I would have readied.
I mean, I would have. We should have had me defend for you, and if I die anyways, but that was going to kill you no matter what.
Yeah, I mean.
So I'll defend for you. And then what was it, 4?
It's 5.
5.
No, 4, 6 total.
All right, and I'm defending 2, so I'm taking 4, and I'm at 1. And we'll see what happens. I think I'm still dead. All right, so my card?
Yeah.
You
also... This card also gets Surge. Because it dealt more than 3 damage.
Okay. It's your Surge card.
Right.
Which is an assault.
So he's attacking me again.
So you have to defend.
I have to defend. And it's another 2. So now I'm dead.
So we're both real dead. All right. Well, we are, so far I think we're 0 for 3 when we're trying to use 2 starting decks against an expert villain.
Yeah. I mean, it should be hard.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it being hard.
Oh, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
We were kicking his butt, and then
and then things went sideways, and then we couldn't
once
catch
it went
up.
sideways, he couldn't recover.
Yeah, he is getting over his hump at stage 3 is very hard.
Yeah, I think the problem was, I think we also didn't play optimally. Like, we never managed our healing. We just tried to play hero mode the entire game. We didn't do it very good. We literally got to a point where we never healed the whole game. Like, you never flipped a heal once, I don't think.
I did once.
Oh, one time.
Yeah, but that was also because I didn't take any damage for a long time. I took no damage for many turns. So I took a whole bunch of damage like within 2 turns, and that was when I flipped.
Yeah, we made it to stage 3, but man, Green Goblin expert mode with Precon decks
it's rough.
We lost to Claw the same way, and we lost to Ultron the same way.
Yep.
So one day maybe we'll beat it, but
I mean with the decks that come out of the box, I think you just have to get a little bit lucky.
Yeah, that one's a pretty strong one out of the box.
It is.
Only just because Quicksilver is so strong. It seems like.
I agree.
I mean, imagine if the upgrade you got to start the game was the +2 thwart or the +1 thwart upgrade, and not the attack one.
Yeah, I mean, you had the thwart pretty okay for a
she
while
could thwart
until it was not okay, and then we had a hard time catching up.
Yeah, because it's Green Goblin attack. It's like he's pressuring you so many angles. He pressures you with side schemes. He pressures you with minions
that are big health minions.
And he pressures you with threat, and he has good damage itself.
Yeah.
One of the downsides to these pre-constructed decks, I think there's only 3 allies. 4.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, there's 5. That's not bad. If I were making this deck, if I were making my own deck, not a pre-constructed deck, I would not be running 5. I'd probably be running like 6 to 8.
Yeah, I essentially have 3, but one of those 3 is...
You have 4.
Multiple man. No, I have 3.
You have 3 multiple mans.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's... So there's Warlock, Scarlet Witch is my signature, and multiple man times 3.
Yeah, so yeah, you also have 5. 3, 4, 5.
Technically, yes. But he obviously comes out as a chunk. And you don't have a choice in that matter. Like, you have to go and search your deck in your hand for the other copies. So the only way he doesn't have more is if they're in your discard pile.
Yeah.
So he has to just come out in a chunk. So while yes, he was really cool.
He was good.
It also means you're gonna go long stretches without drawing any out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of that.
Yeah, and so you got to manage the damage from the boss different ways, like stun and defend and things like that.
Yeah.
I also didn't draw any like signature. I was unable to get signature upgrades in play. Like, I got my helmet in a really opportune turn. This suit, I don't know about this card. Like,
it's not nearly as good as
I tapped it
as
Ant-Man stuff. I tapped it 1 time to prevent damage, and the whole time it was out.
Yeah.
I don't even know that this card's very awkward because, like,
she's not in tiny a lot. That's
you don't want to be. Well, there's no advantage to being in tiny.
Right. There's a couple of cards that she has that have a bonus for being in tiny.
Yeah.
But like, they're still not even bad just playing them in giant.
There's no synergy to being in tiny, like with the cards. Like,
yeah.
You'll flip to tiny only to like flip back to giant for certain cards.
Correct.
But
yeah, unlike Ant-Man, who like really needs to think through what form he's in.
Your helmet, if you can get your helmet in play, being in a form matters. Because if you're in tiny, I think you thwart more.
I think so.
Or is it reverse? So
I think it is reverse, actually, because I remember thinking it was weird.
So again, you just want to be in giant, because you're giant, you thwart more. You're tiny, you +1.
+1 attack, yeah.
Which is silly, though, because it's the same as being in your giant.
Yeah.
So you really get no benefit from this card for being in tiny.
Yeah.
It's kind of an odd card.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's clearly not designed as well. Even though she's strong, she's nowhere near as good as a design as the...
Yeah.
She's probably higher power level because her cards are just stronger.
Yeah.
And she's not limited to what
form she's
form
in
she
as
needs to be in
much.
to play any of her cards.
Yeah.
Like I was
and
actually,
plus her hand size is 5 regardless of her hero form.
I was actually reading that the discussion on this card is that you actually don't have to change to giant form to play the card.
Really?
That the way the card works is if you're in giant form, you just
don't change forms.
You just
because,
don't change, even though
yeah.
because you already it says flip to giant. The flip to giant form is not part of the condition of the card.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. So you can just be in giant form, play the card, and just get its effect, or you can be in tiny and then flip.
Okay.
I wasn't playing it that way, only because it felt like that was just way too good.
Yeah.
But I was doing the flip to the tiny, then using it to go back to giant to actually play the card.
Right.
And that maybe would be a detriment, but it didn't. It honestly was not the reason we lost this game.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah,
But
so
Quicksilver was fun.
yeah, and if you guys wouldn't mind going to our Facebook page, Home Base Games on Facebook, and giving us a like, and maybe tell us what you want us to play next week. Obviously, we're gonna play Quicksilver
For sure.
but like, tell us what build, what aspect do you want to see? What partner do you want to see with Quicksilver? What villain do you want us to play against? And we'll have 2 decks ready based on what everyone else thinks.
Yeah,
So,
agreed.
For Patronus and I, yeah, we're Home Base Games, and we're signing out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight and for participating in chat. It was great to interact with all you guys. It was really awesome. Thanks so much. Until next week.